So in this video, I'm going to show you my approach to getting a knife either out of your pocket or out of a sheath. Same principles apply. Loosely based around the same way we deploy a firearm from concealment, but with some adjustments because we're dealing with a smaller, less easily grabbed item. This is something that you need to figure out for yourself within the style of whatever method you practice. But the ideas and tips that I'm going to give you in this video hopefully will give you some good ideas to work with as you experiment with this. And do not take this lightly. If you do not practice deployment under pressure, you're not going to be able to do it if you actually need to do it. This is something that you should repeat over and over and over, not only without somebody all over you, but you should also, if you have time, you have people that are willing, gear up, put on some sort of safe helmet, give them boxing gloves, something to protect you, and have them punch you, have them hit at you, have them assault you while you attempt to draw some sort of training weapon, aluminum, whatever. Get something as close to what you actually carry as possible for these situations. If you don't, you're selling yourself short, and all that kung fu you learned isn't going to help you, because you got to be able to get into the fight. So without further ado, let's go. So how do we access a folder in our pocket when we're in the middle of a fight? It's very difficult to reach in and find your knife, pull it out, and access it. So to avoid all the struggle of reaching and trying to get your thumb in your pocket or grab the knife by the little bit that's sticking out, or maybe you have a lanyard and you've got to find that in the middle of a struggle, the easiest way to deal with this is simply to slap your leg, curl your fingers, pull up on your pants so that you're pushing the knife out of your pocket and into your hand. From here, it's now in your hand and you can deploy it. Whether you're deploying it by the thumb wheel, whether you're doing some sort of kinetic opening, or even in the case of this knife, which I have a pocket opener on, slap, pull, and deploy. Slap, pull into your hand, and deploy. Now, let's look at this with a cover garment on. Now let's say you're wearing a shirt. It's a little warmer out, a light jacket, something like that. How do you access that knife? Because if you're slapping your leg, you've still got all this fabric. Now, with a handgun, the typical response, the typical way of managing that is you lift the cover garment and pull. That's relatively straightforward. So we apply that same slapping principle. We hit our body, we move our garment out of the way, and instead of reaching directly for the knife to try to fumble with your hand into your pocket and get a grip on it, once we've gotten this clear, we slide down and apply that pull. So that's how we get it out with a shirt. Next, we'll look at what we do with a fixed blade in this exact same configuration. So if we're carrying a fixed blade knife, like this one, as opposed to a folder, we apply that same principle of indexing. We slap our body. We clear the garment this time. Then we can deploy our knife and get to doing what we need to do. Slap, slide until you find your knife, draw, and then go to town. Practice it slowly, practice it with a trainer until you get it down.